everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Fried Splitters. My name is Fresco.
And I'm Lyle.
And our goal tonight is to leave you smothered and covered. That's right, we are flipping things up on you, making things cattywampus.
Well done, good sir. That was freaking awesome. All right. Week 2, no Andy, still the Fried Splitters, and I've decided, well, our marketing department has decided, that whenever we do Fried Splitters, Fresco here is going to be the host. Therefore, he's always going to be the one to introduce us. He's going to do the intro and everything. I'm just sitting back for the ride, man. This is pretty neat. I like it. The Fried Splitters is totally your show. That being said, I'm taking over from now on. From the rest of the episode. I still want you to, supervise us, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you got this. I got you.
I got you on it.
30 to 45 minutes. Just keep a time frame on everything. You got it. No problem.
God, I don't have a timer.
I'll cover you this time, but keep that in mind next time.
I got you.
Anyway, so because Fresco's on, that means Andy's not here again. The reason Andy's not here again, in case you guys didn't hear it last week, Andy is now a Mr. Diaz.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he was always a Mr. Diaz, but more importantly,
I believe if you want to go back to old school British colloquialisms, he was a Master Diaz.
A master, yes, a master.
He was not yet quite a Mr. Diaz.
You're correct. Well, either way, he's a married man.
Yes, he is.
And yeah, we went to the wedding, and it was a wonderful time.
Yep, very nice ceremony, very nice reception.
It was, man. You know, they didn't take a lot of time to put everything together neither, so kudos to them for them on such a short amount of time and everything to have such a nice wedding together.
Yep, it was a lot of fun too. They put a lot of thought into having giant mock-up tabletop games.
Yeah, that was cool. They had a giant chessboard, they had a giant Jenga thing. I think it was Connect 4.
They had a giant Connect 4. Yep.
And then the props too, which were really neat. So, Andy's wife Carla, which weird to say now.
Yeah.
Andy's wife made up. She's artistic because she made up these video game props, which was really neat. They had a Yoshi, they had the energy tank from Mega Man, and then she just had a giant car and what was it, a plane.
They had a plane. They had the blue shell from Mario Kart.
Right.
They had the screw attack ball from Smash Brothers. They had the
stop. Smash Brothers? Man, that's
whatever.
from Metroid.
Okay, but the power-up itself is from Smash Brothers.
No,
I knew where they were going with it.
Itself is from Metroid.
Okay, but to have it in the little ball like that,
Metroid.
On the ground for you to pick up and
Still
do a corkscrew,
Metroid.
which, by the way, you never did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, no, you did not.
Did not what?
You did not do the corkscrew.
Oh, no, I didn't do the corkscrew. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
It's not possible.
Please. I got my health back from the tomato.
All right. Anyway, I put the gun in my mouth.
And yet you're still sitting here. My God, what a wondrous age we live in.
So yeah, it was really cool. They did a lot of cool stuff. It was a good wedding, good time. I think
Fanta flashed her ass to half the crowd.
Oh my God, I wasn't going to bring that up.
I was.
Leave it
Fuck
to
her.
you. So next week, I think Andy's going to be back. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked with him yet. But in the event he is or isn't back, Fresco will be here next week regardless. If he's not back, obviously you get another Fried Splitters. If he is back, we're going to do our Halloween episode. And that is going to include Fresco on it. So it'll be all three of us or just me and Fresco next week. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun stuff to look forward to. Can't wait to hear some things to be said by a newlywed. That could be fun.
Yeah. Maybe spooky tales from beyond the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, if we do a Halloween episode next week, it's definitely going to be okay. You got like 5 minutes. Discuss any kind of newlywed stuff. All right, that's done. Time to be spooky.
Yep, yep.
So, but that's that. Anyway, let's continue on with the show here. And as we said, things are. What did you say it again exactly?
We are cattywampus tonight.
Cattywampus tonight. Yes. So they're all flip flopped. So now it's time for. I'm going to give you a pass because I don't think you know that I do this every week. I'm not even 100% sure I do it every week. I do it when I remember it. But it's time for everyone's favorite segment, clickbait news.
Oh dear God, no. Okay, yeah. Hold on. 2 seconds. Unprepared. Where's my phone? Damn it.
It's all right. It's first time jitters. Get it all out here. You're fine. Do you know how to format roles here with this?
Very vaguely.
You have to ask me. You have to like come up with a question regarding the title, and you just ask me a question about the title.
Alrighty.
Obviously, the one we're gonna give Pool Curtain back a little bit here, guys. Fresco only has 3 stories. One of them he already gave me.
Actually, I have 4.
Really?
I have 4 in addition to the one I've given you.
Holy God, man! We only do 3 stories.
I'm just telling you, I came prepared. I know my counterpart does not, but I come prepared.
He surprises every once in a while. Okay, yeah. Do you have like a best 3? Because I don't. Time constraint reasons, we might not be able to do all 4.
Well,
So
the one I discussed with you, I definitely am saving for last on here. I do not have the article anymore in front of me, but I remember it because I read it all the way through.
Okay. Why don't you start with that while you're pulling everything up?
Because that's the funnier out of
listen,
all.
Listen, I'm not going to ruin your show. You do what you want.
You're damn right. You take a back seat on this one.
I am. You're right.
This is my clickbait news section. Thank y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this. So, here we go. Lyle, what would a judge in Hawaii order someone to do?
A judge in Hawaii would order someone to be suspended from any further purchase of Spam or pineapples for the next 6 months.
Oh, so close. You're so close.
You're doing great so far.
The judge orders Hawaiian man to write 144 compliments about his ex-girlfriend.
All right.
So, here we go. After Darren Young violated a protection order by contacting his ex, Judge Rondaloo meted out an unusual punishment. Hold on, scrolling down a little bit. There we go.
Oh,
when sentencing wrongdoers, judges sometimes go out. What are you doing here? Get out of here, pop-up. We don't like pop-ups.
Welcome to my world.
All right. Why are you not going away? There we go. All right. When sentencing wrongdoers, judges sometimes choose to met out punishments that go beyond the usual fine or prison time. That was the case last week for one Hawaiian judge who ordered a defendant to write more than 140 nice things about his ex-girlfriend after he violated a protection order. For every nice thing or nasty thing you've said about her, you're going to say a nice thing. Judge Rondaloo told Darren Young, age 30, per the AP, which I'm guessing is appropriate punishment, no repeating words.
Oh.
So he had to write 144 compliments without repeating a single compliment. Ooh.
Wow.
Young of Kalualua, Hawaii, was ordered on February. Okay, this was back in February.
Oh, it's
yeah, and he was stopped. He spent 157 days in jail.
Mm.
and had to write 144 compliments and paid a $2,400 fine.
Mm. It's funny because is that the end of the article?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
It's funny because wonderful job. To add on to a jail sentence and a fine, literally just gave him something to do while he was in jail.
Yeah,
The fine was one thing. I mean, that's whatever. But just to say, I mean, I guess it's. And here's my other thing with it. If it's a protection order, isn't that kind of like I'm guessing that's like a restraining order, right?
yes.
Shouldn't he not be complimenting her by not contacting her at all? Like, shouldn't he not have any contact with her?
I believe it's because the restraining order was violated and he was already going to jail for that. The
Oh,
judge can then amend the restraining order to allow for the compliments to be given, and then back to business as usual.
no, and I get that, but my point is, why even further stir up this relationship at all? Like, okay, yeah, all the bees are still in the hive, but you're shaking it, and as soon as they're out, they're gonna be, riveting.
Hmm.
That's my
Yeah,
take on it. Like if for some reason they were to separate me and you, Fresco, which God I hope never happens. And, and they tell us you guys are not allowed to speak to each other ever again. You guys are to be separated, banished, from each other. And boom, they throw you in jail. You sit in jail and they tell you, but we want you to compliment him 140 different ways. Write it all down, and that's that. So not only do they want him to never talk to her again, but they want him to never stop thinking about her as well, which I guess in the same sense is kind of like we're gonna really dick you over here. That's really messed up now that I think about it. Wow,
yeah,
that judge is
yeah,
harsh.
yeah, man. Never be rid of her.
All right, what else you got?
So not bad for Article 1, right?
No, no,
Not
no,
bad.
no.
All right, here we go. Article number 2.
Mhm.
Lyle.
Mhm.
What did a robbery suspect do while running from the police?
A robbery suspect running from the police. Where is this?
Uh, oh,
Uh,
Utah.
Utah. Okay. So a robbery suspect in Utah did something while running from the police.
Hmm.
Um, you know what? I am going to take the high road here and say that the robbery suspect uh, suddenly turned around and started flashing all of the phallic vegetables that he just purchased, and telling the cop that he was going to do naughty things with them, since that's typically frowned upon in Utah.
You are not far off, my man.
All right.
You're very far off. A wanted robbery suspect led police on a chase until he went into a church, but he got himself stuck in the church's boiler room. He ended up calling police to get him out.
Brilliant.
All right, let's see here. This is from the morning edition. Rachel Martin was the
Oh,
host that broke this story.
okay.
Let's see here. Man running from the police calls 911 for help. Authorities in Utah had been looking for a man named Shane Paul Owen, who is a suspect in a string of robberies. Police spotted him driving and attempting to pull him over, but Owen got out of his car, ran into a church, and hid in the boiler room. Problem was, he had inadvertently locked himself in. After 6 hours, he decided he needed some help. So, yeah, he called the cops to get him out.
6 hours.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Well, At least he was able to ask for forgiveness while he was in there.
Yes.
I feel like Dave Chappelle right now and Nutty Professor just ah. Just yeah, I mean, I guess it could have been a worse place for him to get stuck in. Boiler room of a church. Yeah, I mean, it's just speaking from experience, getting stuck somewhere is not fun. At least he has cell phones and, said things like that. I got stuck one time when I was a kid in a dumpster. All right.
Did you really?
I did. Do you know where Bubba's Liquor Store is?
Yes, I do.
When that place was being built, I used to live in the trailer park behind there, Redwood Court.
Okay.
And me and a couple other friends, we were like maybe 6 years old, 7 years old, just kind of dawdling around the construction site like, oh, neato, just exploring, going on an adventure for, kids. And he was a little older than me, and he says to me, let's check and see what's inside this giant crate. I'm like, all right, that sounds like fun. How are we going to get in there? And he's like, well, we'll climb on top of a bunch of stuff. All right, so we, slid a bunch of stuff over next to each other, climbed on top of it, eventually got inside the crate, only to realize that it was just a bunch of garbage. Great. We're literally inside of, a makeshift dumpster. So he's like, all right, cool. Let's get out of here. I'm like, all right, cool. And I said, how are we going to do that? He goes, well, give me a boost. I'm like, okay. And I'm doing it like as he's telling me what to do. And I, put my hands out and everything. He steps on my hands. He, grabs the top of the fence, starts to climb up and said, yeah, I'll see if someone can come and get you as well. I'm like, all right, cool. And I waited. And no one ever came. Luckily, eventually, one of the construction workers had forgot his lunch bag at the site and came back and heard me, rustling around inside the crate and decided to check it out. And, he had a key to the locked door and he was just like, what are you doing in here? And I just bolted. Just ran for my life. I thought for sure that I was, going to prison for life.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's my story. Story number 3.
Riveting.
Yeah.
All right, Lyle.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Lulu, the CIA dog?
Lulu, see, I kind of heard this one already. You could blame Andy for not ever getting clickbait news stories because I'm kind of always in the know about clickbait news. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lulu is the dog that got fired for not doing her job. Is it a her? It might be a his.
Yeah,
not doing her job well enough because she's a drug-sniffing dog, and she would be able to point out drugs and just wouldn't do it well enough or something like that.
Well, you're half right here. Hold on. She is a sniffing dog of some kind. She's a bomb-sniffing dog.
That's it.
She's a bomb-sniffing dog that is either... Oh, I'm sorry. She's a bomb-sniffing dog that refuses to sniff bombs. Well, seems how that one failed. We'll go back to number 4. This is why I had a 4th.
There you go.
Because I know you do clickbait news, and I know you have nothing but time on your hands for these things because my brother refuses to do some work for his own podcast, that bum.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Because I know he's listening. I'm still surprised that he listened to the last episode before his wedding. We get to his wedding, and it's just like, hey, did you by any chance hear some of the episode? He's like, oh, I listened to the whole thing. I'm like, really? Wow.
All right.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Seeing as
All right.
how my last one was a failure, we'll go with this one then.
Mm-hmm.
What did a crematory do wrong?
Crematory. Is that the place that cremates people?
Yes.
Okay. What did they do wrong? Well, there's only 2 ways to answer this. They spilled the ashes, or they didn't check to see if he was well done first.
No, you're wrong on both counts.
It's just Gordon Ramsay comes in. freaking raw. God.
You don't care. No, crematory sends grieving Utah family wrong remains.
Ooh, wait.
Ooh.
How do they know?
A family mourning the loss of a loved one does not want to deal with additional trauma.
Out of
Hold on.
curiosity, what's the loved one's name?
I'm working on it.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that it's Morgan. This doesn't smell like Morgan. Take this back.
But that's exactly what happened to Kim Goodsell when her
This
brother...
doesn't smell like Kim.
No, it was her brother Kevin that died
I'm
in
not
California. She made arrangements with a Bay Area crematory to have his remains shipped to Utah, but the remains... Whoa, where'd it go? There we go. Crematory... but the remains that arrived were not her brother's. So the crematory got a hold of the body, and instead of cremating it or anything like that, they just shipped it out for her. Because they have that ability as a crematory. They can send a body from one spot to another. Problem is they sent out the wrong body.
Sure.
It's been ghastly. It has just been so horrible. Goodsell told Fox News, this has just been the worst 75 hours of our lives.
Yeah, again, how did they know?
What is this? Is this a person who does the cremation? Da-da-da. Is this the name of the paper? Blah, blah, blah. And goes, well, no. He goes, that's the deceased name. That's your brother's name. Goodwill. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it now. Okay, so basically what happened is I'm wrong. They did not just send the body and send the wrong body. They did cremate him, and they did send the wrong ashes. The problem is when they send out an urn, there's usually a little placard on there.
They put the wrong name. You big stupid.
So they gave the wrong urn to the wrong family.
Big stupid.
Big stupid dumb heads.
Yeah, that was dumb. Don't do that.
Not all of them are good. All right, so I got...
No, not the story. The story wasn't dumb. It's brilliant. But I'm just saying that it's dumb of them to even... Yeah, you don't want to do that.
All right, so quickly I'm going to do my last one, and then we'll move on from this.
Oh, okay.
All right, my last one is...
His show, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the one that you know about, Lyle.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the ratherly large obese couple?
They got it on to the break of dawn. Or, in this case, to the break of the support beam.
Not just a support beam. Folks, two rather large people in England were getting it on the third floor of an apartment building and caused the third floor, the whole three-tiered apartment building to collapse.
I gotta tell you, the way you worded it to me in the text message when you put it to me earlier was hysterical. Do you remember what you said?
Overweight couple. Yeah, hang on. Overweight couple has destroys a 3-story building having sex.
Not that one.
No.
The you know, how big you gotta be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you asked if that was even gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
And but my question is, how fucking big you gotta be, and how old does the building gotta be for this couple to essentially Rampage World Tour that shit?
The Rampage World Tour. That's the thing that got me. Oh God, I love that game.
Such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, like, the male in of the couple is 650 pounds.
Sweet Jesus.
and the female is 450 pounds.
Mm-mm-mm.
And apparently they like to fuck. And this was noted by the other tenants of the building because whenever they would get it on, they were quite loud and they would actually cause the building to rumble.
Wow.
So much so that most of the tenants actually moved out of this apartment building. There was them and I think one or two other families living in this apartment building at the time of the accident, and they asked the landlord constantly to evict them. And the landlord had no basis. You can't evict somebody for being too fat and having sex. Like, that's not grounds for eviction. What the landlord did offer to do was add an extra support beam underneath of the couple's bedroom, which was not good enough. Well, they came a pumping and a sweating, and down 3 floors they came, and into the basement, and into the laundry room. Both the male and the female unscathed.
I was going to ask if they survived unscathed.
Unscathed.
You think they finished?
Oh, I'm sure they finished, because I would have.
Did they finish during the fall?
You know what? I think that's exactly what happened.
That's great.
Oh, there you go. That is Fresco's deep fried clickbait news.
That is Fresco's deep fried clickbait news. I like it. That was very nice. Speaking of fat people and eating things and deep fried and all of there has been quite a controversy going on over this weekend. I'm not sure if you caught wind of this or not. We don't typically touch on hot button topics here at Side Splitters or Fried. Well, you know what? This is Fried Splitter, so we're going to.
We're gonna touch on hot button topics because that's right. This is Fried Splitters. I run this thing.
Yeah,
Let's hear the hot button topic.
We are getting crazy. There's some serious controversy that sparked online over the weekend. Google, they're just not satisfied with it. It's just, someone made a complaint that their burger emoji is not quite what Apple's is. And it sparked an uproar.
Yeah, well, you see, but
well, let me just go over this a little here. So basically, what happened was, this guy noticed that the emojis have been this way for quite some time now, but for some reason, this one reporter, Thomas Bakedall, which we talked over, and that's definitely how you pronounce his name. Shut up, anyone listening. He put on Twitter.
Even you, Mr. Bakedall, if you're listening.
That's how you pronounce your name. He put on Twitter that he wanted to have a discussion about how Google's burger emoji is placing the cheese underneath the burger while Apple puts it on top of the burger. The burger as in the actual meat itself. So it's, for Google, it's bun, lettuce, tomato, meat, cheese, bun. While Apple's is bun, tomato, cheese, meat, lettuce, bun. Which I also disagree with. Because there's no way you're going to get away with putting lettuce underneath of the burger, in between the meat and the bottom bun, and that's it. So lettuce is just there, no man's land. You're not going to have that crunch when you bite into it. It's just, no, absolutely not. Yeah, okay, good. So does Rich Woods, whoever this is. He's someone that says on Twitter as well, the burger emoji battle is fun, but let's take a moment to point out that Microsoft is the only one that gets it completely right. And just to clarify here, there's 4 emojis for burgers here. I've already specified Apple's and Google's. Samsung has their own, which is bun, tomato, cheese, lettuce, burger, bun. Close, not correct. Microsoft, bun, lettuce, tomato, cheese, burger, bun. This way that the cheese is on top. The lettuce is insulated by the tomato. That's how you friggin' construct a burger.
Now, see, I disagree with all the ways they're put together.
Well, you're wrong, but let's hear it.
I'm not wrong. Okay. You're wrong.
All right.
A burger should be put together. Top bun, underneath the top bun should be the tomato. Then underneath the tomato should be the lettuce. Then underneath the lettuce should be the cheese. Then the burger. Then the bottom bun.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
That is
So you're
absolutely how it should be put together.
Do you want to know why that's wrong? Because
Why is it wrong?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Because you have the tomato compacted into the bun itself, and then all of a sudden the bun is just sliding all over the place. There's nothing to hold that thing in place. So you're going to take that
you're
bite.
wrong.
No, you're wrong. You take that bite, and that tomato is just going to fly out. It's going to shoot someone in the eye. They're going to spaz, just, go, it shot me in the eye. And they're going to throw their arms up. They were also eating a cheeseburger. Their burger is now flying across the room, and it accidentally slips into the mouth of a vegan. That's right, a vegan who is now just distraught because she actually ate meat. Yes, I'm gender assigning a vegan to a female. I don't care. That's how I'm doing things. This is fried splitters, not side splitters. So the vegan is now upset she accidentally ate meat, and then she goes on a rampage, and next thing you know, she puts something crazy on Twitter, like, hashtag Vegan Lives Matter or something dumb like that. And here we are with another stupid controversy, and all because you had to construct a burger improperly.
Okay, first of all, if you have a little sissy-ass grip on your burger that it's going to go sliding around, that's your own goddamn fault.
Not the burger. The burger's not going to slide around. The tomato is going to just fly out.
The whole thing. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. I have always every fast food joint I have ever been to has put the mater right on top.
I know, and it drives me crazy. Wendy's, they do everything right.
I never have a problem with it.
Especially
if you don't have such a dainty grip on the whole burger, and you actually get in there and manhandle that fucking burger, it ain't going nowhere. The bun, the lettuce, nothing is going anywhere. There, dainty grip.
Wendy's is known for this. They put the mayonnaise on their burger, along with the tomato, and then the lettuce, and then the cheese, and then the burger, and then the bun. And you go to bite into it, and yeah, maybe it does stay put, and that's because the tomato is so small that it doesn't have anywhere to go, because it's just enclosed by all the bun. But the bun itself becomes one with the tomato, and now the top bun is just sliding all over the place. And that's an issue I have.
Well, then you're not holding your burgers right.
Let me rephrase this. That's the only issue I have with Wendy's. That and their salsa sauce. I'm gonna just throw this out there. Wendy's, that sauce is awful.
Do not get us banned from Wendy's, dude.
I don't care. No. They need to hear this.
I care.
They need to hear this. Their products.
They do not need to hear nothing.
Their products are typically wonderful, and I do mean wonderful. But that salsa sauce, that's not good. I tried it, and it's not good. It tastes like they took every sauce they have and mixed it together.
Okay.
And it's bad.
Then don't get it.
Oh, and I won't, and that's fine.
Okay.
Just good thing it's only a limited time only. Anyway. So that's the look, there might not be a correct way to construct a burger emoji. Because some people think like Fresco, some people think like me. The important thing is you don't put cheese underneath the burger.
I'll agree to that.
Get it together, Google. If there's one thing I ever said Apple did correctly, it's that they at least put the cheese on top of the burger. But here's something that's kind of funny that I wanted to point out. Let's see here. I think it was Google CEO Sundar Pichai tweeted he would drop everything to address the debate, clarifying if folks can agree on the correct way to do this. If everyone can agree on the correct way to construct a burger, he would drop everything and change the emoji. And that is why I like Google. Because they're like, you know what? Fine, we'll change it. What should we make it? No one can agree, huh? All right, well, I guess it's not getting changed.
Right, so that's exactly what I was going to get to. Like, you enjoy Google because they're like, okay, well, that's fine. We'll change this. We will drop everything we are working on right this moment. if you can all agree nationwide, worldwide, what this emoji should be. Oh, you can do it? Yep. Looks like I don't have to worry about clearing my schedule then, do I?
Great. So anyway, that's that. Let's get into football. I think we've had
All right.
enough of this crazy hot button topics. Let's get right into football.
Foosball.
So last week happened.
How did I do?
Well, for those that didn't listen last week, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, we realize you have lives and maybe you can't catch every episode, which is fine. But Fresco did accurate picks based on skill of the football teams themselves, whereas I took the typical Andy routine, since Andy wasn't here, and I did it based on the mascots. Let's just say I kind of wish I did Fresco's way, because the man only got 3 losses, which is a total of 10 wins, 3 losses, to my, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses, which would put me at 7 wins. Still not bad if you ask me. I'm still above 500 for just guessing with Falcons. Yeah, with mascots. So that's kind of cool. But now we are into week 9. So NFL games, and we are going to swip. We're going to swip. We're going to swap things around this week, as promised last week. Fresco is going to take the role of Andy, and I'm going to take the role of me. And he's going to do Andy's mascot thing. I'm going to guess them the way they should be guessed.
Indeedy, I have my bullshit and panties on.
Good. So first up is the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. I'm going with the Bills. Who do you got?
All right. Let's see here. Bills? Nobody likes to pay bills. Oh, wait, no. What is their mascot again? There.
Well, it's a buffalo in the picture, but it's usually referring to. We looked this up before, and it's referring to Buffalo Bill himself. But I'll allow the buffalo.
Okay, so the buffalo. We have the majestic and mighty buffalo against a jet. Well, jets can carry missiles. Buffalo eat grass. Buffalo poop in fields.
All correct.
Poop eventually, if compacted over time and heat, could become a fuel source. So could the buffalo itself. And the jets need the fuel in order to fly through the air. So they, in fact, need the buffalo in order to fuel themselves. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills.
Neat. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. Wow, that's a hell of a game. I am going to go with... I'm going to let you go first.
Of course you will. All right. So we have the Saints, which are holy men. They don't like confrontation very much. They like to shy back into their pews and blessed be and all like that. And let's see here, and we got the Buccaneers. They're swashbucklers.
Mm-hmm.
They buckle the swashes.
Mm-hmm.
They carry weapons.
Mm-hmm.
The only weapon a saint has is the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also, yeah, all right. Unless it's an altar boy, in which case, ugh.
Easy.
Oh, sorry.
Hot button.
Hot button. My bad. We're gonna go with the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. I still haven't made a decision, so I am going to just go ahead and say the opposite of whatever you did, which is the Saints. So I'm going to go with the Saints.
Okay.
Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. I'm going Falcons on this one.
Ooh. Falcon's a majestic bird. They're red and they fly through the sky. Problem is they're stupid. See, the panther is a cunning animal. He hides in the trees. in the shadows, and he waits until that bird lands, and then he pounces on that bird, and he bites its little face off. I'm going to go with the Panthers.
I would have never guessed. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams at the New York Giants. Oh, dear God. I'm going Rams. There's just no other way to say it. I'm going Rams.
Well, you see, that's fine, but you're wrong. You see,
No,
the
I'm
Rams...
not. The Giants suspended Janoris Jenkins. We still don't have a single wide receiver. We didn't make a single move before the trade deadline. We are absolute garbage, and I'm starting to believe that we are purposely tanking this season so we can get a good draft pick next year. So I am 100% saying the Giants are losing this game on purpose. Whatever the case may be, still losing. Rams are going to win. Your choice.
Anyway, I don't know what any of that means because I'm Andy and I don't understand what you're talking about with football. So what I'm saying to you is Rams like to go hipping and hopping around on mountains, and they're pretty dumb because they butt heads into either the rocks or each other. And once you knock your heads together so many times, you're gonna lose some brain cells. I don't care how thick your skull is and what kind of horns you have. All right. Now the Giants, they're gigantic men, manly men of mythical proportions. So they see these little things just hipping and hopping down the mountainside, and they just go squish, and they step on them. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Giants.
Giants, got it. Not the Genos, the Giants. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Tennessee Titans. I am going to go Ravens on this one.
And right you are, and I'm going to tell you why you're right. You see, the raven is a small and cunning bird, all right? The Titan, they were eaten by Zeus many, many years ago, and or their father, whatever. Anyway,
what?
My mythology is not so... Shut up!
You heard me.
You heard me. The Titans of old, you know what I'm saying? And they're not quite as intelligent as they should be. For fuck's sake, one of them is a giant volcano that runs around.
If I may, for 2 seconds, they were tricked into eating a rock instead of eating Zeus. So you're right.
I was going on Disney.
They are stupid, but not because Zeus ate them. Because they didn't eat Zeus. They ate a rock instead, thinking it was Zeus.
That's what I said.
Right.
That's exactly what I said.
I know.
Okay, then. So the Raven is going to go ahead, and while they're sitting there and they're trying to eat the raven, he's just going to drop a pebble, and they're going to think it's a raven. You see what I'm saying? So the Ravens all day.
Okay. Next up, oh, this one should be fun for you. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am going Jaguars.
Okay, I'm going to need you to repeat that because my mic cut out a little bit.
Sorry, Cincinnati Bengals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going Jaguars.
Okay, so we got the Bengals, which are tigers. The Bengal tiger versus a jaguar. A jaguar. It's not a jet jaguar. It's a jaguar.
Right.
So, Bengals are much bigger than a jaguar. A jaguar he just likes to kind of hang out in the fields and kind of crouch down in the wheat. And he likes to try to be sneaky, but a Bengal is a mighty, mighty thing. They live next to never mind. Gotta BPC, I keep remembering. Okay. So the Bengals are much bigger, they eat much more meat.
I mean, technically you're doing Andy, so you don't, but whatever.
Oh, I'm saving that up for a specific team. You know the one. We'll get there eventually.
Okay.
Anyway, so the Bengals. I'm just gonna take the Bengals.
Bengals. Well said. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos at the Philadelphia Eagles. As much as it pains me, I'm going Eagles. Who do you got? I know.
I gotta figure out how to do this and be. See, even Andy would have an.
No, you gotta. No, I'm telling you, Andy picked the Eagles before.
I understand that. I'm saying even he's had some kind of intelligence to him at some point in time. He just spins a yarn and makes it work. All right, back to my yarn spinning. So, uh, who are they going against again?
The Broncos.
Thank you. A bronco is a wild and stupid beast. You know, he bucks all day and bucks all night, and he can't stay focused on a single task except for running away. The eagle, the majestic eagle, mighty is he. He is the symbol of our nation. The eagle, is a very cunning creature, a very intelligent one, and can dodge lightning bolts. I don't know if you know this about eagles.
I did not.
They dodge lightning while they're flying. It's pretty amazing. And so with their cunning, they will dodge lightning bolts and let the bolts hit the Broncos, smiting them, and thus letting the majestic eagle rise.
Eagles win.
Further
Got
into
it.
Yes.
Next up. It's the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. I'm going Texans.
All right. So a colt is a dumb baby horse. It knows nothing. It was just born, and it would not be here in this world if it weren't for the mighty people of Texas. You see, the Texans, they're mighty people. They come down. They're very animal friendly. They like horses. I think I said that right for their tongue. I'm not sure. I don't know how they all speak. So Texans, they like animals. They're very friendly. I think that could be a downside to them. It's a tough call here. See, the Colt could be all, batting its eyes and going, "Hey, look at me, I'm a Colt." And the Texans are going to be, "Aw, you want some ribs? Come have some ribs."
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Colts.
Colts. Some ribs. Next up, we have the the Washington Redskins at the Seattle Seahawks. I am going Seahawks.
Okay. Okay.
How now, Brown Cow?
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? I don't know how he does this every week. I really don't.
Right? Isn't it like like the first couple? You're so confident. You're like, yeah, this is what I'm going to pick. Yeah, because of this. Isn't that great? Yeah, man, that was good. And then like 5 or 6 games in, you're just like, I don't know. I guess the bird's going to beat the thing. Okay, next one? Yeah, I'll go with the whatever the bird one was.
Yep. All right, so we got the Chiefs at the Seahawks.
Redskins at the Seahawks.
Redskins at the Seahawks. Thank you. Sorry. Pardon me. They're the same. They're the same people. But anyway.
The Chiefs are just the hierarchy.
Yeah, they are the hierarchy. In fact, they are the leaders of the tribe.
Right.
They are the ones that they get the peyote. They set it out there. They have the smoke signals to let the Seahawks know that they are friendly, that it's okay, and they can just relax a little bit. And the Seahawk is not a pelican, which is what you were alluding to last week. They do not have that big...
I was alluding to a Seahawk.
You were alluding to a pelican.
No, I said a bird of the sea.
Bird of the sea. A pelican. It's not a pelican, damn it.
All right.
Anyway. Oh, I'm just teasing. Anyway. Seahawks, where are they playing at?
Seattle.
Okay, so they're on their home turf. The Birds are in their own Bay Area. Who? I don't think the Chiefs can remember what water looks like anymore.
The Redskins.
They're stuck in Redskins, sorry. They're stuck in those damn casinos all the time. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the team that I can remember. Oh God. Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going Cardinals. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with. All right, so you see, the 49ers.
You gotta tell me why.
I'm getting there. You see, 49ers are people that like to spend their lives underground digging for gold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And one of the animals they use while underneath the ground is a cardinal. You see, and that's fine. You see, what happens is the Cardinals are going to fake out the 49ers and let them know that it's, like there's gas underground and everything, and they're going to drop dead in their cage or play dead in their cages. And then as the 49ers go to rush out of there because they're idiots, the Cardinal will pop back up and go ahead and take all the gold and then fly away to safety. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Cardinals. Okay. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going Chiefs. Who you got?
The Cowboys and the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tale as old as time, really. The red man has had his day. The Cowboys have taken their land, and they own it to this day. And forever will own their land. They'll never get them back. But they give them nice casinos. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to start singing Iron Maiden. Next up, we have the Oakland Raiders at the Miami Dolphins. I'm going Raiders. Who you got? An awful lot of noise making going on there.
Yes, because I'm trying to think, because I don't like either of them.
This year, man.
Well, the Raider is like a pirate, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
One who raids.
One who raids. I mean, because you say Raiders to me, and I automatically think of like Fallout.
So do I every friggin' time when Andy starts talking about it. I'm like, huh? Oh, yeah, right.
So I'm going to say, all right, so these Raiders are used to post-apocalyptic landscaping. They've never even seen a dolphin. They don't know what a dolphin is. They know what a Brahmin is. They know what bottle caps are. They know what mangled, twisted steel is. They know not what a dolphin is. So that leads me to believe that the dolphin, being one of nature's most intelligent creatures and cunning, are going to swim up under the Raiders' little base and sink it into the sea and be a majestic dolphin just floating off into the distance, doing barrel rolls, screaming for help, and saving us from aliens.
So you're going...
I'm going with the Dolphins.
Okay. And finally, last but not least, because the Browns have a bye this week, the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. I'm going Lions. Who you got?
So angry right now. Flames on the side of my face, heaving breaths.
Lions at Packers. Who you got?
Sorry, God. All right. All right. Well, we have Packers. Their mascot is a cheese wedge, isn't it?
Don't really believe they have a mascot. It's just a giant G. Andy has said several things about this team. He went towards the very immature way, and he also went towards, whatever the flavor of that week was. For example, the one time I believe they were playing in Green Bay, but it was against the Seahawks, so he assumed that they would be by some sort of bay in Wisconsin, therefore they were packing ice.
What?
They were ice packers.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to stick with my initial thought of a lump of cheese.
Okay.
And a lion.
Right.
A lump of cheese and a lion.
Clearly the cheese.
Yeah, you see, lions don't eat cheese. They like meat.
Okay.
And wait till they see his O. I mean, like you can't. That's two, folks. That's 2 weeks in a row. Got him. All right. Um. Uh. so, uh, them not paying any attention to the cheese wedge, I think it's going to wind up biting them in the ass, quite literally, because then they'll take off their cheese disguise and pack it in there, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to give it to the Packers.
Going
Well,
Packers.
before they give it to me.
So I went. What did I say? 7 or 8-7, or
Yeah.
whatever I went. I went and I'm out. No, it was 7-6. I went. As Andy's, gig. And the idea of this whole thing was to see which one of us can out Andy each other. So we'll see how Fresco does with it and see which one did better. Clearly, Fresco did wonderful last week picking the teams, with actual knowledge involved. So we'll see what it's like when it's just random nonsense over mascots.
Yeah.
Time will tell. That'll be week 9. Week
I have a terrible
9
feeling about this week.
picks. We'll see, man. Time will tell. Well, that's all for everything we got here. Let's just name this bad boy and we'll be on our way.
All
Typically,
right.
it's a little easier for me to name things because I have all the clickbait news articles still up and I'm able to look over them again. But being that I don't, I just have to go off of memory. So I know we talked cheeseburger emoji and I know we talked 600 plus pound man pounding his 400 pound plus wife or woman all the way to the ground from 3 stories high. So I got nothing. What were the other clickbait news stories? There was
There was Lulu the dog.
Lulu the
There,
dog, right?
there was the Hawaiian man.
With the compliments, 140 compliments to the
Yeah.
girl that he wasn't allowed to talk to anymore.
All
Very,
right.
very
There
evil.
was the dumbass that got locked in a church boiler room.
Right. Right. Locked in from the police, had to call the cops on himself. And what was the other one? There was one more.
There was one more.
No, that was it. That was 4. Never mind. I was thinking Lulu. So okay. Do you have anything?
I was gonna say Lulu's Burger Pound.
Lulu's Burger Pound. Hmm.
That technically hits 3 subject points.
Yeah, it does. Now we had an episode before called Not Without Cheeseburgers, I think.
Yes.
So, ooh, what about we can we can keep going with the oh no, because we had that before too. I was going to say we can do like Burger Lives Matter or something like that. But we did a Hooters Lives Matter, I think, or something like that.
We could do Rampage and Burgers.
Rampaging burgers.
And I mean like Rampage and then N burgers.
How about we do? I was see, I want to kind of add something to it, but I was thinking instead of Rampage and burgers, the cheeseburger Rampage. But like I was thinking like the 3-story cheeseburger Rampage, but that's kind of long. Yeah, they're not always easy.
Yeah. Third third floor.
Oh, you're onto something there with 3rd floor first. I'd love to call it 3rd
Third
floor.
floor. Oh, dude, 3rd floor burger drop.
I was gonna say 3rd floor burger whore.
That'll work. Third floor burger whore. I like it.
Because clearly the woman wolfs down some cheeseburgers.
Hell yeah.
That will do. Well, this is your part. Do you know how to do this ending segment?
What?
Do you know how to do the ending?
No.
All right. I'll cover it for you this week. If we have another Fried Splitters, this is your responsibility.
Okay.
I'm only kidding. Maybe. We'll see. That will do it for this week's edition of the Fried Splitters, episode 2 of Fried Splitters, but also episode 57 of the Side Splitters. 3rd Floor Burger Whore is the title. My name is Lyle.
And I'm Fresco.
And we will see you next week. Regardless, We both will see you next week.
Yes, I will be here.
One way
Come
or
hell
another.
or flabby cheeseburger later.
Damn right.